You're tuned in to the TVL Rundown, a comprehensive look at the athletics and athletes within the Twin Valley League. Joined by Jeff Wurtz of the TVL Spotlight, I'm Max Blaske with KNDY. The TVL Rundown is a service of the Citizens National Bank in Greenleaf and Bruna Implement.
Another reason to make the Citizens National Bank your bank. With the century of experience, you know you can count on us for convenient banking and personal service for people you know and trust. With extended hours and online banking for all your financial needs. Another reason to make the Citizens National Bank your bank.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Welcome into this week's edition of the TVL Rundown. As always, joined with Jeff Wurtz of the TVL Sports Spotlight. End of season action is upon us here in the Twin Valley League. Got a lot to talk about, and we're going to start on the golf course. TVL Golf was held on Monday at Washington County, and it was a heck of a finish for the top 3 competitors in the Twin Valley League. Jeff, I'm going to let you take the reins and let everyone know who won that, how it won, and just the excitement that was Twin Valley League golf this season.
It was a name we hear quite often in TVL golf, Graham Wahlberg, but this time Graham got a run for his money. Bronx Talley and Wahlberg finished after 18 tied at 77. They had to go to 2 playoff holes to get this done. Wahlberg does pick up the win, but Bronx gave him everything he could handle in this one, and I've said it all year. I love TVL golf. They play so well. Again, congratulations to Graham Wahlberg, and Bronx Talley just played amazing. Braylon Mine from Hanover also was very good coming up through about the midway of the round. He was within a 3-way tie as well, but Onega as a team did win the event. They shot a 351 to Centralia's 354. So still tight throughout the end of the round there. But again, congratulations to Graham Wahlberg. He's just been excellent all year long, and it gets the TVL win this year.
And names that we had talked about, like you mentioned earlier in the season, Wahlberg playing very good at the end of the year, rounding it out with the TVL championship. But Braylon Mine, one of those players that has really stepped up here at the end of the season, and fully expect a lot of these names to be in contention for some regional high standings, and then hopefully moving them on into state. And like we said, as a team, and we said it early in the season, golf is an individual sport, but from a team standing, Onega just beat Centralia by 3 strokes as a team to claim the title. And those 2 teams all season, we've seen improvement and we've seen how good they are. So hats off to both those teams. And like Jeff said, maybe one of the most exciting spring seasons we've seen in Twin Valley League golf.
I definitely think it was a lot of fun this year.
It was fun, and more fun's going to be had with all of these teams coming up too as well. We're going to take a peek at some baseball, softball as well. At the time of recording, we don't know first round results from the area baseball regionals, but just looking at how teams finished off, Frankfort wins the Twin Valley League this year with a record of 20-3. They're the top seed in the 1-2A regional. Donovan West finishes 18-6, Onega 10-10, and Valley Heights 9-10. All of those teams were in action Thursday. I think, like we've talked about all season, these teams really, they beat each other up throughout the year, but that's good experience for them when they face some of these teams that they don't get an opportunity to see through regionals. And I'd fully expect for us to be talking about them next week, including the Frankfort Wildcats, who we mentioned last week.
I think this year, this regional is very good too. That battle test that you have spoken of is going to be really important. I think all throughout the state, there have been excellent teams in the baseball ranks, and I really expect that veteran team the way that they get pushed is going to be a big asset to Frankfort and all of these teams this year.
And we'll have a full recap of regional baseball as first round action was Thursday, and then semifinal and final action will be next Tuesday. We'll know who's going to state, hopefully, by the time next Friday rolls around. As we look at the softball diamond, those brackets were released. We're going to start on the 3A side of it. Want to give our kudos to the Centralia Lady Panthers. They finished 18-4 overall, a perfect 12-0 in Twin Valley League play, and they will be hosting Riley County, who is 10-16 next Tuesday in first round action as they get their postseason going. Centralia, kind of like the Frankfort boys, they're playing some really good softball here of late.
Runs. They have been able to put up runs, but then on defense, they have gotten very crisp as well. I think this is a team definitely still on the rise, and that's saying something when you get to the playoffs and you feel like you still have a little bit more to give. You still have a little bit more to put forth. And I think that right now is what this Centralia Frankfort team feels like.
And then on the Class 2 1A bracket, looking at Twin Valley League teams, Onega is the 4 seed. They're going to be hosting Jeff County North as Onega finishes the season 17-8. And then Valley Heights will be on the road at McLouth as Valley Heights finishes the season 7-15 in the Twin Valley League. Donovan West also will be on the road as they finish 8-17. So there's your rundown of first round action for softball, which will be next Tuesday, with the semifinals and finals to be held next Wednesday. So just like the boys, we will know exactly who's going to be making a run at state and a full recap of their seasons on next week's edition of the Rundown. Like we mentioned with the boys baseball, Twin Valley League track was yesterday. Time of recording, don't have results for that. But Jeff, as we follow Twin Valley League track all season, and a lot of these athletes are getting some state recognition, records broken, school records, and their own personal records, I fully expect Twin Valley League track to be one for the ages.
And you know the names by now. You know the events that are going to really be the focus, but all around, I really think you better keep your eyes on this, and I'm going to be zooming around there as fast as I can, trying to find all of these great athletes. Like I said, we know the names, and you always get a surprise or two at Twin Valley League track as well.
And Twin Valley League track is going to be great. We're going to have a preview of regional track, which will be held next Thursday before state track is the 29th and 30th down in Wichita. So a lot of activity going on, as always, throughout the Twin Valley League. As we close down the final 2 weeks, Jeff, as always, where can everyone keep tabs of everything happening inside the Twin Valley League?
Head on over to social media, both Facebook and Twitter. Log on as the TVL Sports Spotlight. And I do have a new podcast up to discuss that, and I will have live coverage of the events going on this week as well.
Jeff has got you covered with everything Twin Valley League, and so do we here. Have a quick rundown on the TVL Rundown. We thank you as always for tuning in. Hope to see you again next week as we'll be talking about some state qualifiers and our previews of some state track, baseball, and softball action as well. As always, for Jeff Wurtz of the TVL Sports Spotlight, this has been Max Blaske with KNDY Radio. You've been tuned in to the TVL Rundown, a comprehensive look at the athletics and athletes within the Twin Valley League. Joined by Jeff Wurtz of the TVL Spotlight, I'm Max Blaske with KNDY. The TVL Rundown is a service of the Citizens National Bank in Greenleaf and Bruna Implement.